Hi, I'm going to explain why we need to remove the decimal point when we calculate the multiplication. First, I want to use my personal example for my first step of the explanation. And here we can see the 1.23 times 2.5, and here, based on the distributive property for the multiplication, we can use the 2.5. We put this in the two parts addition for the multiplication process. Actually, we put 2 in here. It's for the first part is 1.23 times 2 for the first part, and 1.23 times 0.5 is for the second part, and we use the two separately part addition added two separated part two separately multiplication part, and we add it together, add two parts. We also get our example. It's 1.23 times 2.5. So here, the reason I want to use a distributive property, that is because I want to explain the details for the 1.23 times 0.5, and here I want to say that it's easy to get the 2.46 for the first part, and here I'm going to explain the second part. Before we calculate the second part, I want to mention is that we need to count the numbers of the decimal places. Here let's count the numbers of decimal places. We have the 1, 2, 3. We have the 3 numbers of the decimal places. That means when we got to the final answer, we still need to correct to the third decimal places. That is our real final answer. So let's use this in our example. If we remove the decimal point, we got the 123 times 5, and we got the answer 615, but it's not our final answer. We still need to correct to the third decimal point. So this is this is the first decimal places, second decimal places, this is the third decimal places. So that means we need to before the 615, we need to put the decimal point in here, and we add 0. That means in the first step, when we get before we got this final answer, the 0.615, we have the two processes. The first process is after we remove the decimal process, we already amplified our answer to the 1,000 times. We amplified the 1,000 times. So that means when we got the answer, we need to zooming out, and we need to zooming out the 1,000 times. That means we need to correct to the third decimal places. So we have the two places. First place is amplified 1,000 times, and the second place is the second process for the zooming out the 1,000 times. So that process just easier for us to calculate in the whole decimal calculation places process. Sorry. So here let's use our example is 12.7 times 5.067. So here we still use the distributive property. We put the 5.067. We put these two parts, two separate multiplication part, and then we add these two multiplication part. We add it up together, and here I want to explain the 12.7 times 0.067. Here we can before we calculate, we still need to count the numbers of the decimal places we let's count. We get the 4 of the decimal places, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means when we got the final answer, we need to correct to the 4th decimal places. So let's put this in our example. After this, remove the decimal points, we got the 127 times the 67, and we got the answer is 8,500. But it's not our final answer. We still need to correct this number to the 4th decimal places. So here is let's count it's 8 is the first decimal places, 5 is the second decimal places, 0 is the third decimal places, so the 9 is 4th decimal places. So before that number we put the 0 we put the decimal point in here and we add the 0. So the 0.8509 is the final answer for this process. So let's return to our example. We got the second part answer is here. Second part answer is 0.8509. It is our second part answer, and the first part answer is easy to get, is 63.5. So we add these two parts together and we got our final answer is 64.3509. I hope it is easy to see here. Last thing I want to mention that is we have the two processes. The first process is after we remove the decimal point, it has amplified the process, and the second process is we got the first answer and we need to zooming out the numbers of the we need to zoom in up and correct to the numbers of the decimal process. So here is general I want to say. Okay, I hope everything is easier to understand. Thank you.